At least 20 people have died on Gauteng roads over the Easter weekend. That's according to Transport MEC Jacob Mamabolo. Thousands of people are making their way back home today and road traffic authorities are monitoring the roads. eNCA's senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is on the N1 with more. Aviwe, there's been some fatalities on our roads over the Easter weekend. Tell us more.
Concerning numbers that we heard from the MEC, as a lot of people around Gauteng making their way back to the province from the Easter weekend. The cars that you see pass just on my side here are part of some 2,500 cars that pass here every hour, a number that we heard from MEC Jacob Mamabolo. We heard similar. This is just the cars that are coming from Limpopo in the N1 at Petroport. Further down in Johannesburg, you can expect a similar influx of cars coming through from the Free State, from the Northwest, as well as the Eastern Cape, making their way back from the Easter holiday, making their way back to Gauteng. But of course, it is the fatalities that are concerning. We heard from JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minnaar that 4 people have passed away in Johannesburg alone, 2 of them being pedestrians. But there's a more concerning number that we heard just around the fatalities and their totality at this stage just from Gauteng. Let's listen to MEC Jacob Mamabolo sharing those numbers.
From the overall assessment we have done over the weekend, the number that we have is that 20 people just over this long weekend lost their lives. And that is really a sad story, development, because when we started with the law enforcement operations on Thursday and even prior to that, the movement, the number of fatalities and the difficulties were considerably and positively low. But you can imagine 20 people in few days. That is really of great worry to us.
Aviwe, MEC Mamabolo also attributing a number of those deaths to speeding.
Speeding is one of the causes and the challenges on the road, as well as just the number of hit and runs. We understand a lot of those people that have passed away are pedestrians. MEC pleading motorists just to also engage pedestrians and understand that while the road may be for the motorists, they haven't had a proper, adequate infrastructure to accommodate pedestrians. But the cause of it, MEC highlights that it's the speed that's been happening. Let's listen in again on MEC Jacob Mamabolo.
There's just something that is really worrying me, is that the number of vehicles on the road, you can see just here. Within few minutes when we start the roadblock, the vehicle population was high. And we are seeing huge numbers. At every hour, the rate of increase in the number of vehicles is too high. So for every huge movement increase, there is an equivalent of fatalities also tend to increase. So what we are seeing is high speed. People are still not understanding and appreciating that when you drive at a high speed, an accident happens, your chances of being alive are very slim, they are very low. And you are also putting lives of other people at risk. So this issue of people driving at a high speed is of great concern to us, because you don't have control of all the variables in order to ensure safety. So a small mistake, talking on the phone, a distraction, something that takes off your concentration, you are going to definitely experience fatalities or crash to almost losing your life. So this is the 80% factor in the fatalities we have seen this weekend. The fact that 5 people were arrested for driving at a high speed just over this weekend, it's a huge number. The fact that within an hour on a Saturday, about 83 fines were issued for non-compliance vehicles that are not roadworthy. It actually tells you that we are still having a long way to go.
Thank you very much, Aviwe Mtila, coming to us from the N1. We'll continue to bring you updates from the nation's roads throughout the course of the day.